Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bonsai Podcast. It's been a while. Not that we haven't recorded podcasts, but it's been a while since you've heard one, and hopefully you'll hear this one. That'd be nice. I'm your host, Mike.
Great. I'm your host, Tyler.
Yeah. If this is your first podcast, the Bonsai Podcast is a companion podcast to the channel on YouTube, Bonsai Pop, where we cover anime in depth, history, culture, anthropology, fucking psychology. Give me some ologies.
Sociology. Did you say that one?
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's an anime channel where we do high quality content. And on this podcast, we talk about anime and video games, amongst many other things. Historically at the end, I think we're going to try to do it a little bit earlier. But I think a good way to start off the show in a new direction is to talk about positive things right off the bat. Ty,
holy shit, let's do it, Mike.
Yeah, tell me about some bright sides. What's going on? Do we have anything good?
Yeah, I mean, my own personal life, I just celebrated my 2-year anniversary with my partner, which was really nice. Took a trip from Portland, Oregon up to Leavenworth, Washington, which is a very nice and cool Bavarian town. And if you know me, you know that I really love a good soft pretzel, which is half the reason that I chose that for the trip.
Yeah. And that Bavarian, for those of you who don't give a shit, basically means like deep woods German.
Yeah. It's very, as our friend Grant would call it, it's very hinker-dinger. Mm-hmm, you know, you expect to see lots of windmills and whatnot, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like it's Oktoberfest all year round. You know, it's that sort of thing.
It's where my grandmother's family comes from. It's Bavaria.
Oh, is it? I don't think I knew that. Yeah,
the Kirchners. Like, I have 2 families that are like deep, like big families that came here. And that's the Kirchners and the Fairbanks. The Fairbanks is like the Whitey Whites from England, and then the Kirchners are the Whitey Whites from Germany. So, but yeah, like family reunions, like I think the Fairbanks family reunion's like 30,000 people, dude. Like, it's like fucking crazy. Wow. Yeah, it's like a big thing.
That's too many. That's not a family anymore.
No. That's a small country. Icarus is here with us. We have Patreon tiers that people come in and hang out in the podcast in the Discord. Icarus asked if we're gonna play Black Myth Wukong. I don't know. Honestly, I mean, you're talking to number 44 in the world for squad battles on EA NHL 2024. That's right, 44th in the world, guys.
God damn, dude.
That's me being a fucking loser playing a sport game.
That's how you do it. By the way, I'm just sending you a picture. Look at the size of this fucking pretzel I got.
That's a big pretzel.
That's a big fucking pretzel. This pretzel is larger than my face. You know? Like, it's that size.
It's like twice as large as your face. Yeah, top 50 got number 44. Nobody cares because it's a dumb game for sports ball people. But
hey, man, I downloaded it for you.
Yeah, I'm excited to play. We're gonna have to play on stream because it'll be really funny to try to teach you how to play that game.
We can totally play on stream. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I know nothing about hockey, not a damn thing. Other than, there's a puck, you try to score it. I did just watch Inside Out 2, which actually is pretty hockey paced.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why do normal adults without kids watch those movies? You are not the first kidless adult that's been like, oh, I watched Inside Out 2 and it was actually pretty good, dude.
Yeah, because Inside Out 1 was good.
It's like a Disney movie, right? For kids?
Yeah. Well, I would say it's for kids and, younger adults. But yeah, I mean, it's not the type of thing that an adult can go and watch and not enjoy. You know? Like, it has, the depth for an adult to enjoy it at least once or twice. Grant really liked it.
Yeah, but Grant is special. Grant's a special
I'll tell
guy.
you this, though. I went to see it because Grant liked it. That was why. I wasn't going to see it otherwise.
All right.
And also, I have a theater down the street. It looks like a rundown piece of shit. And it is almost certainly a front for something. But it's $6 movie tickets, dude.
Dude, those are the best kind of theaters. Those are the theaters you want. Yeah, I'm down for those theaters. Yeah, I watched...
So, I'll go see anything there. You know, like, because it costs nothing compared to paying fucking, like, what? Some places are $20 a ticket now, you know?
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I went to see Wolverine and Deadpool. It was alright. It's pretty good. But I had an absolutely horrible theater experience. I'm not going back I'm fucking done with the movies, dude. I'm not going back to the theater. It's not worth it.
Really?
Dude, it's just too much. It's too much, like... People are so fucking stupid. Like, I also live in a college town, so there's always like 35 fucking kids. You know what I mean? Like, got their phones out. Like, God, I just wish I could. There's so many words I wish I could use, but like, essentially, like, there's these two fucking dudes that were in there that were laughing at all the stupidest jokes. And then, like, being like, just saying shit when the movie was like dead silent, being like, oh dude, that's like a movie, that's like what you could have made the poster, like that. When Wolverine and Deadpool are jumping out of the truck and it's like slow motion, they're like, that could be a poster. You know what I mean? Like, that level of just like, come on, dude, you're so cringe. Like, I was just in my seat, like, desperately trying to like peel my whole body apart from how hard I was cringing at these dudes who were ruining the movie I went to go see that I fucking thought was really funny, but I was the only one who was laughing at the funny parts because I actually understood what the funny parts were about. Like, dude, when let's say
spoilers.
Yes, mild spoilers. There is a joke. There is a deep meta joke about Ben Affleck in that movie that made me fucking piss myself when I was watching that. I laughed so fucking hard at that joke. It was really funny, and nobody else got it. But I've been watching these movies.
You're too high IQ, man. I've been too five-head for these people.
No, it's just I've always been a Marvel nerd. Like, these
you're
new
also
age,
a nerd. Yeah.
These new age like MCU fucking freaks. Oh my god, dude. You can't open the doors too wide, okay? You can open the doors too wide. Marvel and Disney have opened the doors too wide. And they're just trying to widen them more. I watched all of Miss Marvel.
Oh no, why?
Well, because Miss Marvel's a cool fucking character, honestly. I mean,
no, Mike, Miss Marvel was a cool character.
The show isn't... It's kind of cringe. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, there's good parts about the show. The show could have been really good. The actress is a little weird. She's like, there was a kid that was kept screaming epic during the fights. Yeah, stop it, dude. Go back home and play Fortnite.
Yeah, when we went to see Deadpool and Wolverine, we had a pretty full theater for the first time. I don't think I've been in that full of a theater since like Endgame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there were some people who were like really into it and were like saying things. Some of it was like good energy, and some of it was a kid saying "fucking epic," you know, every single time.
Yo, goated. Wolverine's so goated. Poggers. Fuck me.
By far, the best thing that happened is like a third of the way through the movie, a kid gets up to use the bathroom, trips, and just falls flat on his face in the aisle.
Yeah,
and that was great.
Good.
Nothing feels better than just seeing a kid fall on their face, and he popped back up like it was no fucking big deal. But it was a lot of fun.
Well, see, I went to a 10:30 p.m. showing on a Sunday, expecting like a pretty empty theater. Like, you know, it's been out for a couple weeks. It wasn't full. Like, you know, I'm still social distancing, dude. COVID is really bad right now. So I'm like trying not to fucking hang out. And like people are just sitting next to me. And eventually I just like got up and fucking like went to like an abandoned corner of the front. I was just like, fuck this, like I'm not fucking hanging out. But yeah, it was a lot of college kids, you know what I mean? So when I say kids, I say college kids because I'm talking about college kids generally because I'm old as fuck.
And college kids can be very annoying because
they're way more annoying. Yeah, they're way more annoying than fucking kids because like kids' parents will slap the shit out of them, whereas
that's
like
true.
College kids, they're just nobody's there. You can't say anything to college kids, especially when you're alone, you know, because they'll tear your ass apart, dude. Teenagers are evil. They'll fuck you up. They'll fuck you up either mentally. They'll say shit that like you'll never forget, or you know, or they'll just fucking beat the shit out of you. Like they don't give a fuck. We've been joined by Jack, Bronte, and POPCAST. What's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you for hanging out. I
did really enjoy Wolverine and Deadpool. And I was like, you know me, I'm not super up to date on anything when it comes to, culture.
Yeah.
But Jack had gotten me at least close enough up to date that I understood what was happening in the plot. I've seen the Loki, TV show, so I knew what was going on with the TVA and all that stuff. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I understand things. This doesn't happen to me. This is great.
Dude, the choice of villain, Cassandra Nova, so fucking cool. Like, that is like a deep ass inside pull. That's like going all the way into the small intestine pull. Like, this was like
neat. Really
cool. She was a character that was invented by, oh my god, name just fell out of my head. Sorry guys. Anyway, Grant Morrison.
Oh, nice.
Back in like the early 2000s when I was collecting comics at first on my own when the new XMen run was coming out. She's from like way back then. And yeah, Charles Xavier's fucking psychotic twin sister, like very fucking cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was great.
And I thought the Chris Evans cameo was very fucking funny.
Funny. Yeah, let's not ruin that for anybody, but it was really, really funny. Like when that happened, I laughed my ass off and other people didn't fucking get it. So again, like, just, you have to have suffered through the years and years of X-Men and Fantastic Four and Daredevil and Elektra to get all of the jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like back then, like, so I rewatched like all the X-Men movies, right? Before I did that,
okay.
I like went for a list, like looking like, oh, hey, what are the best X-Men movies? Like, what do people think the best X-Men movies are? They're all wrong, dude. They're, like, all of them are wrong, okay? Like, people are like, dude, X2 is like the best X-Men movie. It's not. X-Men 1 is better than X2, okay? X-Men 1, a little weird, kept it a little too tight, like, not in love with just Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, and Rogue, right? That's like a really tight cast, X2, like, they fucked up Nightcrawler. I don't give a shit. He looks like ass. Like, they just fucked him up all the hell. I think the newer X-Men movies did Nightcrawler a lot better. Again, he still kind of looked like ass. But I liked... I did not like Days of Futures Past. I thought that one was pretty lame. I didn't think Apocalypse was bad. I didn't think X-Men Apocalypse was that bad. I don't like X-Men... First Class. I don't like the idea of that whole series, but once you get over the fact that it's all fucked up and wrong, like, it's not too bad. X2 was really good back in the day because nobody had seen anything better, or nobody had it. Like
now we have a wider spectrum.
Well, now we have the MCU where it's like, dude, like, just put the X-Men in there, like, and everybody's like, oh man, oh, like, fuck, like, we gotta finish this multiverse thing where we're adding in like a fuck ton of characters. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody fucking cares about the Inhumans, dude. Nobody fucking cares about what was that movie that like it was so bad. The people that came from outer space that like they were here from like the dawn of human civilization. They were like manipulating things back in like Babylonia. What the fuck was that movie?
I don't know. Sounds
Immortals.
like talking about Assassin's Creed.
Immortals? Was it the Immortals? That's the name of that. I don't know. Anyway, whatever it is, that fucking group sucks. Like, no one really gives a shit about Black Bolt and stuff. Like, get that fucking shit out of here, man. Like, focus on what you got, okay? Like, if you want to do New Mutants was done pretty dirt. I'm surprised that movie came out, but like, yeah, New Mutants done pretty dirt. But that's because like at this point, the New Mutants is so fucking old that they've all just become like mainline X-Men and already been pushed out by the mainline X-Men. New Mutants was the first comic books I ever read back when I was a kid. The old 80s runs of the New Mutants. I fucking loved them. But yeah, they got done pretty dirt. I think Danny was played really well. I think that character was done well. Rain or Renee, whatever, was a little bit weird. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting too fucking far deep into it. Anyway,
we're getting too deep.
We're already losing people because they're like, oh, you fucking care about X-Men. I just like the Avengers. And it's like, fuck you. Okay, the Avengers are boring, bro. Like, the Avengers are boring, man. Come on. Iron Man sucks. Iron Man's just a guy in a fucking suit. Okay? With alcoholism.
With a lot of money.
Yeah. Like, come on, dude.
He's just Iron Man is just who Elon Musk wishes he was.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I just watched this fucking Elon Musk groiper vid of this like dude who's like literally just like trying to like loop Elon up.
Oh yeah,
so
we can
bad.
probably talk about that for a second though.
What?
Did you see that Iron Man, or not Iron Man, but Robert Downey Jr. is cast as Dr. Doom?
That doesn't surprise me because Iron Man and Doom have actually kind of like switched some shit like in the comics before. It's like weird stuff. I don't know why they're doing it. I mean, I guess whatever. I mean, it's not like Robert Downey Jr. is a bad actor. He's a good actor.
Well, yeah, right. Well, the question is, right, are they going to use the multiverse to say in some other universe?
Yes.
100%.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely.
Well, there you go.
And the other thing, too, is that in the end of Miss Marvel, so one of the things about Miss Marvel is that Miss Marvel is a mutant and an Inhuman, right? So, like, at the very, very end of Miss Marvel, her little buddy is like, I was like looking through your DNA, and I was looking through your family's DNA, and there's something different about you. Like, that's why like your other, family members don't have like the same powers that you do. There's like it's weird. With your DNA, it's like a mutation. And when he says that, the score flips into and then it like goes back to like the way it was, right? X-Men theme song. Yeah, it was really, really cool. Bronte says, I still don't understand how Avengers and X-Men exist in the same universe and one group's powers are okay and the others aren't, but okay. So essentially, well, the Avengers are like more or less like a government institution, right?
Right.
So like they're, in there with S.H.I.E.L.D., they're in there with the United States government. Like they don't always work as like hey, like we need you to go do this thing, but essentially they're like institutionalized superheroes. Whereas mutants are people like me and you and Tyler who can be anybody from anywhere. And like, if I have the power to make people's heads fucking explode when I get upset, right? That makes me a potential weapon of mass destruction and unregulated and yada yada yada. So they're freaking out about it, but it's also great replacement theory shit. So like the people who wrote X-Men were on the great replacement theory way before Tucker Carlson was, and instead of the Jews bringing people over to America to fuck white people out of existence, breed us out, it was essentially the idea that the mutants were not the same species as human. They're Homo superior rather than Homo sapien, and they're going to breed out humans and genocide humans. That's the right-wing talking points of the Marvel universe, essentially. So yeah, like the X-Men have always been, the X-Men and the mutant side of everything has always been a allegory for racism and homophobia.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's Magneto's whole fucking thing. He was, well, I don't know if like in the comics he was actually a concentration camp victim, but I think whether or not that was true, which I don't think it was in the comics, I think that was a really good way for the movies to kind of put that in there. Like I've already gotten a number, I've already been tagged, I've already seen my population get, destroyed. Yeah. Right. But it's very obvious, like, if you know anything about history and then you watch, Magneto in the old X-Men movies, you're like, oh, I get it.
yeah, exactly. Very much so. So I'm not entirely sure. Like, I'm not up on, like, 1960s fucking X-Men, right? Because, like, I don't know about you guys. I tried to read the original X-Men run back when it was just, Professor X, Scott, Jean, Hank, fucking Bobby, and whatever Angel's name is, and like they're so wordy, dude. Like, and I know that sounds dumb because I read books, but like when a comic book has like a fucking 1,000 words a page, it's too much. It's too many words.
Dude, it's fine. I get it, man. I mean, I've read Lord of the Rings more times than I can count, and let me tell you, I don't know what happened between The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, where Tolkien just decided he needed an extra 500 words a page.
Per bush. Per bush.
Yeah, per bush.
Yeah. Like, I remember being in 7th grade, and like I was like, these movies are pretty good. I should probably try picking up one of the books. So I picked up The Two Towers because I'd seen The Lord of the Rings. I got like 3 pages into it, and I was like,
yeah, man.
Close.
Listen, the very first like lines make it very obvious when he's just describing what a hobbit is and what a hobbit hole is. That might actually be in The Hobbit, and I think it is. But it just shows like the setup for like, oh, he's gonna take a page to describe like a door, and you have to be okay with that, or you have to learn that you can skip a page sometimes.
Just turn past it. Turn the page,
and it's okay.
Bronte says, that reminds me, I'm about 1/5 of the way through Dune. It's going okay. You're about to get to where it's going to be going better. Like I said, you got to give it like 200 pages. I know it's a lot, but like you gotta give it like you
Yeah,
gotta
that's
give it
such a
like
big
200
ask.
pages. Yeah, like it really it's Dune
Like,
is.
can you imagine we make a YouTube video, we're like, okay, at the very beginning, listen, you gotta give us at least 20 minutes.
Yeah,
That's when it's gonna start to get good, okay?
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes of this video is gonna bore you out of your mind. But let me tell you, minute 21, it's gonna be fire.
it's gonna be like shit you've never seen before. But yeah, no, but like for
We
real
should do
though,
that. We should do that in a video.
I'm trying to make it through God Emperor of Dune right now, and it is. This is after I read Dune Messiah, and Children of Dune. Now I'm reading God Emperor of Dune, and God Emperor of Dune is so fucking brutal, dude. The whole story is told from the perspective of like a 2,000-year-old fucking half worm, half man god of the fucking entire universe who can see the future, the past, and the present, and it's like very difficult.
Okay.
He's also very horny.
Right.
He's also very horny. Frank Herbert lost his wife like after like book 3 or something like that, and oh man, he got so horny. It was bad. It was bad.
That happens.
Yeah, is that the one where the cover looks like a dude in a sleeping bag? I don't have the book physically. I'm listening to the audiobook, which is even like more
what's
sad.
it called again?
God Emperor of Dune.
God
Yeah.
Emperor of Dune. I'm just looking it up really quick. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, just post it in the chat because we're
yeah.
filming it. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the other thing we're doing is we're trying to get this. We're gonna
Jack
start.
really nailed the description here.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, dude, look at how fucking penis that is. That is a penis.
Yeah.
That is a dildo.
Yeah.
Like that is 100% a fucking dildo. There's no way around that. You can't. Like I said, he just got so horny. That's like a vagina. That's just a vaginal canal inside the head of a penis. Tell me it's not.
It's definitely creepy. Oh, there's more than one of these. This one looks even more sleeping bag-esque.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I urge you to search God Emperor cover on Google Images if you're listening audio.
Or
audio-wise,
or go to the Bonsai Podcast YouTube channel because that's something that we wanted to announce is that we're going to be putting the podcast back on YouTube for people because we know that they like that and we actually want to do something with the podcast. So I mean, why don't we just like skip into shit that like people should probably know? Okay, so if you're a listener to the Bonsai Podcast, you know we haven't put one out in a long time. There's many reasons for that. One of the reasons is I smashed my fucking head. I had a really bad concussion that lasted for a really long time. Tyler and Jack have been dealing with illnesses and physical things that have been going on.
Galore.
Yeah. My fiance's mom passed away. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on. Also, the other thing that's like been really difficult is every time we record, something happens like literally the next day that made what we were talking about fucking obsolete. So that's been
like
frustrating.
we record and then Trump gets almost assassinated. You know, that sort of thing.
Then we record and Kamala Harris gets fucking nominated as, vice president.
Right, and then Joe Biden,
backs
gets
down.
Jumps out of the race.
Exactly. So we do talk about politics on the show. You're going to have to deal with it. Yes, we are leftists. Yes, you're going to have to fucking deal with that. And you know what? Whatever. I like to think of myself as somebody who can relate these kinds of issues to people who who aren't like fucking rad libs or rad femmes. I don't agree with rad libs or rad femmes. I think that the arguments that we should be having are ones that should happen in order of operations, right? Like, there are certain things that are very important that need to happen before we start arguing about semantics. You know what I mean? Semantics, that's for way later. That's for like when we're starting to get you all in textbooks and like things are, history is actually being taught the way that history happened. That kind of stuff, right? We gotta fix these big issues and then start ironing out the minutia of it. Okay, so I'm not going to, neither one of us are gonna come on here and start being like, you can't say spaz anymore because it's a slur apparently. We're not going to be doing that kind of shit. That's too far. Fuck off, okay? Fuck off. Fuck off with that, all right? Been called a spaz my entire life. I am neurodivergent. I have spasmodic fucking neurodivergencies. Never hurt my feelings, okay? Chill. You're fine. You're fine.
Also, it's a really great word.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, Unga Bunga is not racist. Okay, Unga Bunga is not racist. You know who said Unga Bunga? Captain Caveman. He was androgynous as fuck.
I say Unga Bunga all the time.
I got yelled at for saying Unga Bunga.
Really?
On stream, yeah. By somebody who was probably white and a dude. You know what I mean?
I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah, that's Captain Caveman. There you go.
I'm playing through. I mean, we'll probably get to it, but I'm still playing through my second playthrough of the Elden Ring DLC with my what I call my Unga Bunga build.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's 2 giant fucking hammers, the largest hammers I could find, and a dude with 99 strength.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make
Which,
you.
by the way, is the way to play through the Elden Ring DLC. It's way easier than with a Dex build.
Oh, dude, I just did sorcery, spellmate or fucking sorcery with moon sword, whatever. Brain. Sorry, I'm watching this gift of Captain Caveman.
Greatsword.
Yeah, Moonlight Greatsword with a I think I have like 81 int or something like that. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, Captain Caveman definitely white coated. Come on. See how white coated as fuck? Look at that nose. Look at that fucking nose. He's French.
He's in the Olympics for the hammer toss. Look at this.
Yeah. Bronte says the internet usually has opinions about slurs. Yes, they do. And you know what? It's like so much of it is just like people trying to be better than other people. They're like, no, I'm better than you.
Right.
I'm better than you because I don't fucking say this because, you know, there's like one person in the sea of 27 million that like might accidentally take offense to it because they think like they take things personally because it's all about them and they're the hero. I don't fucking get it. It's dumb. Okay, we deal with bigger issues. Anyway, so what are we even talking about, Ty? Like, how do we even get into, like, how do we even touch it right now, right? So it's important to know I am off Twitter. Okay, so part of the reason we didn't put out the last podcast was that I was not up to date on things enough to know what the fuck I was talking about at a certain point. I was nervous at like last time we recorded that JD Vance was going to be a good VP pick for for Donald Trump. I was like, oh no, you got like a young guy who doesn't look like a fucking thumb. You know what I mean? Like, turns out he's a blubbering
terrible pick.
Fucking moron, dude. Like, oh my god, like to the point where Trump has gone up on stage and been like, nobody cares about the vice. Who cares about the vice president?
Yeah.
Come
he
on,
literally
nobody
gone
cares.
up and been like, listen, you're not voting for the VP, okay? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's never mattered. You're voting for the president. The president's the one who's going to change things. Okay, it's me. Okay, so who even cares? It's like, dude, your vice president has literally gone on record, on camera. It's all over the place where he literally wants to turn women into like fucking baby machines. Okay, he wants to heavily tax people who don't have kids and give people with kids tax breaks. And the thing is like people with kids already have tax breaks. Okay, they already get tax breaks, and you know what? They should have better tax.
Having dependents.
Exactly, they should have better tax breaks. I agree, but you don't have to. You don't have to tax people without kids, right? You know what? You want to know why? Because if you tax people who that don't have kids, they're not going to be able to have kids. Because they can't fucking afford kids, which is why people aren't having kids. Right. You dumb fuck. You know, for somebody who like says that he's a hillbilly, right? Because that's JD Vance's whole thing.
He's not.
He's not. He's like a rich bitch from the fucking Ohio Valley, dude. Like, come on, dog. You're fucking a loser, okay? You spent like a couple days in Kentucky and you think you're a fucking hillbilly, all right? If your roof is not a tarp, okay, you're not a fucking hillbilly. Like, fuck off. Oh yeah, I pulled myself up from myself by the bootstraps and went to Yale. Okay, yeah, because that's something that everybody can do. Anybody can pull themselves up by their bootstraps and go to Yale. Tyler, didn't you know that?
And especially afford it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I know that you know, Timmy living in fucking Detroit, going to some of the worst public schools in the country because they're funded by taxes, like property taxes. Okay, they don't have any money, they don't have any fucking textbooks, they can't keep the kids in line because the kids live one life in school and they live a completely other life outside of school, and the two don't fucking match, and it's literally survival of the fittest out there. Yeah, he's gonna pull himself up by his bootstraps and go to fucking Yale. Sure. Yeah. He'd be lucky if he can even fucking pass the community college entrance exams. You know what I mean, dude? And it's not his fault.
Yeah, well,
Timmy's not stupid. Timmy's not dumb. Timmy just has a really shitty fucking life and no fucking money. God damn it.
Yeah, especially because, like, you know, a lot of inner city kids, a lot of them are illiterate still too. I think when we did the Hello Baby charity drive that we did, I think we learned a good amount about that.
It was fucking insane. That was for South End Chicago, and dude,
it was for Chicago.
The literacy rate was like 80%, dude. It was bad. Like,
yeah, it was insanely low.
Yeah, like 80%. I know that sounds fucking crazy, but like, yeah, it was that bad. Like, the life expectancy from North End Chicago to South End Chicago drops by like a year every mile you go south, to the point where like the life expectancy in South Side Chicago is like fucking like 60 tops, right? So it's fucking crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of horrifying information about underfunded schools, and that's why one of the good things about the vice presidential candidate that was picked today, Walz, he's
Walz.
He's anti-charter.
Minnesota?
From Minnesota, yeah. He's anti-charter school. He's anti-charter
Which is
school.
great.
Yep.
Which is great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck private schools, dude. Fuck private schools. Get out of here. Get out of here with your private schools, dude.
He still would not have been my first choice, but he's not a bad choice. He's not Pete Buttigieg, so
yeah,
I think he's definitely better than what could have been.
Yeah. Also, we got Dakota and Devin in the chat. What's up? South side of Chicago, just like Leo. Yeah, exactly, dude. Chicago's tough fucking place, man. But yeah, like, there's a lot of people out there that like Pete Buttigieg, because Pete Buttigieg talks smart. Right, like I was talking to somebody.
He is a very good public speaker.
Yes.
I watched him do an interview. I understand why people like him. Yep. He really, really talks eloquently and simply and in a way that everybody's going to understand and makes a lot of sense.
And he answers the questions, which is something a lot of people
often answers the questions. Mm-hmm. But also, he's kind of a bit of a snake, and he worked for what is the company?
I don't know.
Jack, do you remember what company it is that he worked for?
He was a fixer. He was a price fixer. So essentially what he did is he maximized profits for giant companies. In this case, he was maximizing profits for a food company by fucking fixing bread prices, right? So basically he was like, what's the most amount of money that we can like get people to spend for bread?
He worked for McKinsey.
That's what it was.
Yeah. From 2009 to 2017. And you know, basically his job was to squeeze every bit of money out of people that he possibly could and price fix things to make prices go up, you know? Like, his past definitely is not helping him right now, and it's definitely not a good choice to like, for a VP pick where you can just exploit the shit out of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he also very obviously wants more and more power. Like, he's going to have future presidential runs. He's already run for president once, you know?
Pete looks like the guy who shows up from corporate to let everyone know there are budget cuts and people are getting laid off. No, literally, like, I mean, if you listen to Hassan Abi ever, like, he said, Pete Buttigieg is the guy who shows up and you know you're getting laid off. Like, that's the guy he is. Devin says,
if he shows up in your small town, people are getting laid off. Exactly. That was literally his job. So I'm glad it's not him. I do think there were better candidates out there. Again, Andy Bashir would have been my first choice. He seems like an awesome pick from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Who we've talked about him before, but those podcasts didn't come out. He has the highest approval rating of any governor in their state. And he's a Democrat in Kentucky, which is fucking wild.
Yep. It's out there.
So obviously he knows how to talk to, you know, more conservative people, and he knows how to say, listen, I get it, and this is how it's going to work, and they listen, you know? I think he would have been a better pick. This still isn't a bad pick.
I don't think so. I first off, Dakota says I had a friend who used to brag of living in Chicago in your town. And you were like, "Fucker, you are from Deerfield." Yeah, he probably called it Chi-Town too, right? He was like, "Yo, I'm from Chi-Town, dude." Like, yeah, fuck that. Don't brag about. Why would you brag about living in Chicago? Either you're rich and like Italian or Jewish, or you're fucking broke as fuck and you're black. Like why?
I have family that lives in Deerfield.
Exactly.
To really push that home, I have Jewish family that lives in Deerfield. So there you go.
Yes. The man said trans rights in public. Yep. Devin says the VP that Harris chose made lunches free for kids in school, and apparently is pretty well loved and was previously a school teacher. Yeah, he's a good. No,
Yes.
he's literally like one of the 2 best picks she could have possibly picked. My issue with Kentucky guy is just that him being from Kentucky, period, looks bad to the coasts. Right? Like you have to like not everybody's as plugged in where they're like, oh, so this guy like literally went and took pictures with drag queens and like stands up for trans kids and like all that stuff. All they see is a fucking dude from Kentucky going like this. You know what I mean?
Right. And I get that. He definitely has a twang, but if you look into his record, I mean, the dude ran on a pro-trans anti-charter school platform and won in Kentucky. It's fucking wild.
But you're expecting too much from libs, dude.
But exactly. Libs, I'm expecting too much from literally everybody who is included on this shit. I don't think that this is a bad pick. I'm pretty happy with it overall.
Yeah.
I think it gives pretty good odds of winning. And also, there's not a ton of data that shows that a VP pick really sways an election one way or another.
Yeah.
We were just watching something on this last night where they were like going back all the way to like Al Gore as a VP pick and trying to see like, did it really change like which way people leaned in their home area? Because the idea, right, is that if you pick somebody from Arizona, like who's the governor of Arizona? I can't remember his name right now.
It's a guy. It's not Nikki Haley.
No.
Was Nikki Haley, did she used to be the governor or was she just running? I don't remember. All I remember is her like really spilling the crazy all over the place.
Who the fuck was it? Whatever. There's somebody from Mark Kelly.
If they're from Arizona, they're out of their fucking mind. 9 times out of 10.
The senator from Arizona? Yeah, I think that's right. So, yeah, Mark Kelly was also a potential pick, and it would really just be to get Arizona, right?
But I don't think they would get Arizona with that.
Right, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Arizona's fucked.
Just because somebody is from that state, does that mean that, like, everybody there is like, oh, it's our guy, we gotta vote for him, right? I don't think so.
Mitt Romney was from Massachusetts, right? I'm like 90% sure Mitt Romney was originally from Massachusetts. I could be wrong on that, but we're just gonna Mitt Romney, Massachusetts. Yeah. I'm like 90% sure he was like our governor at one point. Yeah, he was the 70th governor of Massachusetts. We were voting for him for president, dude. No way. We fucking Massachusetts wasn't voting Mitt Romney. Massachusetts often has Republican governors. And that's only because our state is so fucking liberal, like they would actually tax us out of our homes, like if they could. Like, so generally that's why we end up with a Republican governor, but we would never vote for Mitt Romney for fucking president, dude. Yeah. Free lunches should have been a thing forever ago. Yeah, for all kids. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's just in breakfast too. Like, dude, when I went to a school that had breakfast, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I've never even heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I went to a school out near Worcester when I was in high school that had like breakfast. You get breakfast sandwiches and shit before school. It's pretty dope. But like,
dude, breakfast sandwich, one of the top. Breakfast sandwich is a top tier breakfast item. You know?
Yeah. Well, they were also like $5 for like a microwaved ham, egg, and cheese. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm interested to see what happens. This is a fucking crazy election cycle. We're literally 90 days out now or something. So it's coming up pretty quick.
Yep.
But we'll talk about it more as things get closer. If there is a debate, obviously, which there likely won't be.
Yeah, because Trump's fucking. I mean, there's so much to talk about it. Like literally, like the hype that Kamala, or actually, it's pronounced Kamala, Kamla, but she says Kamala. Everybody else says Kamala. If you're doing like correct, it's Kamala. But whatever, doesn't really matter as long as you're not calling her Kamala, like many people do. Like the hype that she's garnered from just not being a corpse is amazing.
Yeah, it's
right?
crazy,
like,
dude. The like frenetic energy that the Democratic Party has right now, compared to literally like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. It's literally like a switch got turned on.
Dude, it feels like it's been 2 years, not 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been so fucking insane. And like, don't get like, okay, there was a lot of things that I was incorrect about, like the last podcast that we did. That's part of the reason I didn't do it. I was not hype about Kamala Harris. All right, I was not hype because she did a bunch of things while she was president that I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that she was a DA. Vice president. But turns out that was like a fucking... It was a conspiracy, but it wasn't like a fucking like... Basically, they had her on shit duty, right? They were making her go and do all the things that Biden didn't want to be seen done, which is why they made her the fucking border czar, which is why they fucking sent her down to Guatemala to be like, yeah, don't come to America, even though we totally fucking destroyed your entire country. Don't come back. Don't come to America. Don't run. Oh, all these countries down here that we go and we fucking fuck up and we just like piss all over and like turn, prop up dictators and that rape and murder all your fucking family members. Yeah, I know you're trying to like find refuge from that, and I know that's our fault, but don't come to America because we're not gonna let you in. Like that shit rubbed me very, very, very much the wrong way. But that was not Kamala Harris's choice to like go and do that. Like, I don't think anybody would want to do that. But what they have been making all the right moves. Okay, Joe Biden. Again, last time we talked, we had talked about how, I was like, oh, I think that, Biden's probably going to be remembered really well for this him stepping down. Yeah, he didn't step down, guys. Fucking Nancy Pelosi and her fucking gang of goons were like, get the fuck out. Get out, Joe. Stop it, Joe, listen. Hey, wake up, Joe. Wake the fuck up, Joe. He's like, hey, what's going on, Corpat? And they're like, you have to not be president anymore because you are melted. Your brain is literally turning to goo, okay? We get it. You won. You beat Trump. That was your big thing, all right? It's been a tough 4 years. You got handed a real shit fucking situation, all right? You got handed the pandemic. You got handed the fucking getting out of Afghanistan. You got handed the repercussions of fucking Trump's, all of his bullshit, right? The economy is going to get real bad, dude. It's going to get real bad, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
Bad. There's going to be bad inflation. Yep. Like, it's all this is going to happen.
Russia just got into Ukraine. You got to deal with that now too. Oh, fucking Israel, Hamas attacks Israel. Israel starts a genocide. You got to deal with that fucking shit too. Yeah, and that's something I think that's really important to talk about, right? So like, Biden had a tough end, but his fucking brain is melting, and everybody knew his brain was melting, and they were fucking lying to us about it. They were lying to us and lying to us and lying to us. Every time they talked about Joe Biden, they were like, no, he's great. He's great. We talked to him, and he's sharp, and he's with it. And every time we saw him on TV, he was fucking melted, dude. He's like, Jack, golfing. It's just like it was obvious. And the fucked up thing, this is why America is so fucking broken. This is why this country is so fucking melted, is because the only people who were telling the truth about Joe Biden was Fox News. For years, Fox News was like, no, he's melted. He needs to get out of there. He's got fucking dementia and shit like that. And everybody on the fucking left, they were all like, no, he's fine. He's great. He's the best president that ever lived. And it turns out Fox News, of all places, was fucking right. Are you kidding me? They do is lie.
A stopped clock is right twice a day. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You know what? Yeah. You're right. Okay. But I will tell you the two things that are the most asinine bullshit fucking stupid things that are going on in our politics right now is Israel and the border. Both of those things are stupid and fucked because
Israel's fucked.
Yeah, Israel's fucked, and the idea about illegal immigrants is totally fucked, and those are unfortunately like the two most important things that are on the ticket. What are you going to do about the border, and what are you going to do about Israel? What do you do about Israel? You stop fucking sending them guns. You say that what they're doing are war crimes, okay?
And yeah, exactly, right? You called them the fuck out. Benjamin Netanyahu just had a speech to Senate, a week ago?
Yeah, I think. Standing ovations.
Like a week ago. Standing ovation essentially the entire time for committing war crimes.
Yeah. And not only that, but he was literally saying he was doing it. Like, I watched the whole thing. It was awful. Yeah. And he was using all of this Jewish rhetoric and stuff like that, and like using God and like
he's hiding behind Judaism.
Yeah.
To say, well, because we're Jewish, because we've been persecuted, we will never be persecuted again, so we're killing these people.
Yeah, there's two ways to take never again is like either never again to us or never again period. And what they're showing with that government, what that government is showing is that they're only out for themselves. Like it's bad. And
that's the other thing, right, is that when you say Israel in a lot of people's minds, that just gets conflated to Jews.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And it's not. There's plenty of Arabs, there's plenty of Muslims, there's it's like saying America is Christian. You know what I mean? Right. Like there's like millions and millions and millions of people in this country that are not fucking Christians. Just so happens that the Christians are very loud and they do outnumber the other denominations of Christianity and what Buddhism, and if you want to call that a religion, what the fuck ever. It's just there's a majority, but what America does is not what America does is not one-to-one with Christianity, right? Like there's plenty of Christians all over the rest of the world. You don't call them Americans. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah,
but Netanyahu is hiding behind the fact that it's like, well, this is the Jewish state. The government is not Jewish.
Government is government. Yeah.
The government is a government. The people who live there, some of them are Jewish, and you're using that to protect yourself from what you're doing.
Yeah, and nothing you're doing has anything to do with the Jewish religion. None of what you're doing has anything to do with it. There is nothing in that book or that scroll that says this is okay. In fact, everything in that book says it's not okay. In fact, everything in that book says this is what you go to fucking hell for. You're at least not allowed into Jewish heaven. I don't really know exactly how that works, Ty. Don't you guys don't believe in hell, right?
I don't think so. Listen, we're all the chosen people, right? That's the other thing. We're all going to heaven because we're the chosen people, dude.
Yeah, it's not the best rhetoric to have when you're an apartheid, when you're trying to use Judaism in an apartheid state. But
can't go wrong.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, I don't think Jews have a hell. At least
no, I don't believe so.
Yeah. There's evil forces.
Yeah, I don't remember learning about hell or anything like that in Hebrew school.
Which is so crazy because in Catholicism, that's all you learn about is hell.
Right. Well, because we didn't have to have
Later Dakota
fear. We didn't have to have somewhere scary to go because God was already scary. The Old Testament God is a crazy motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
And then suddenly in the New Testament, he becomes really benevolent. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what happened between those two books, but it was definitely a switch. So you didn't fear hell, you feared God initially.
Yeah.
Because that fucker was going to test you and like kill your wife just to see if you still loved him.
Or burn down your entire city with his hand or his sword, Michael. Who was the hand of God? There was the voice of God, the Metatron. There's the sword of God, Michael. There's a hand of God. I don't remember.
I don't know.
It might have been Gabriel. Anyway, the point is that back in the day,
Uriel,
Sodom and Gomorrah, dude. Michael took those fucking places out. Too much butt fucking. It's not allowed. Yeah. It's not allowed.
And you know what the other crazy thing is that I just learned about? I was also watching a Hassan video the other day. Did you know that the Jews' homeland, it could have been Japan, dude? I could have been taking trips to Japan.
What? What are they gonna? Yeah. Are they gonna like? Are they gonna just exile all the Japanese and make it the land of the?
So no. Not anything like that, dude. Not anything like that. So, back during World War II, I can't remember what the book is. Like one of the original books on essentially anti-Semitism, like the one that really started that sort of trend. I can't remember what it's called.
Hand of the Elders of Zion.
That might have been it.
The Elders of Zion.
But before World War II, basically the Japanese got their hands on this book and read through it and was like, oh my god, the Jews have all this power and shit. And like Germany, took that as like, well, we gotta exterminate them all.
Yeah.
Japan took it as, we need that power.
Yo,
we gotta get as many of them over here as possible.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
There was actually a movement.
Gotta get that gold. Hayaku.
Mike, there was literally a movement to establish like a Jewish culture in Japan to bring the Jews over so that they would have the magical power of the Jews.
That's amazing, dude.
That was such a better idea.
Such a Japanese ass fucking dumb backwards way of thinking of something.
Yeah, what Jack just said, Japan thought the Jews were XMen. That's right.
That's so awesome. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, Jews are the leprechauns of Japan. Exactly.
Oh my god.
We have the money magic to make everybody wealthy and rich.
That's that's so amazing. That's so That is like Japanese.
In a different in a different timeline in another universe, Jewish Jerusalem is like in Kyoto. And wow. I'm a citizen there, and I can travel there whenever I want, and I get to go to Birthright in Japan, and that would have been way fucking cooler.
There's a bunch of Japanese people speaking Hebrew.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Hebrew. Like,
yeah, dude, they have a new written language called Kanju. It's great. Like,
wow, all the anime is about fucking Moses and shit. Jesus Christ, that would have been fucking...
It was a real missed opportunity.
Dude, yeah, me and Devin have been having this conversation back and forth, but you know how everybody's like, oh man, this is the worst timeline. We live in the worst timeline. What if we What if we actually are living in the best timeline, Tyler? What if this is just...
See, that's the thing, right? We don't know.
Yeah, what if this is the best option there is out there, you know?
It's possible.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
This
wild.
is the sacred timeline,
This is the best timeline, guys. Guess what? We're in the best timeline. This is as good as it gets. Buckle up. Fucking enjoy it.
I just remembered when Jack and I were talking about Jews in Japan. Jack had this fucking hilarious quote of the Japanese people would want to pet my Jewish curls or their sideburns for good luck.
Yeah. Dude, I cannot imagine two groups of people that are so like diametrically opposed as the Japanese and the Jewish people. Like they're so
You're absolutely
fucking
wrong.
different, dude. What are you talking about?
You're so wrong. It's hilarious. The amount of Jewish people that end up marrying Japanese people is astronomical.
Are we talking Jewish men and Japanese women, or are we talking Japanese women or Japanese men and Jewish
men, Japanese women?
Right. Yeah. But a lot of, I'm like, okay.
But the family values and cultural values are very similar.
Yeah. Well, Japanese women, like Asian women in general, tend to be more. I don't know the correct word to say, but I think subservient pretty much captures the fucking thing. Like they tend, because they were raised that way, because it's cultural. Like, in Japan, if you go to a work party, right? Like the women who work at your office who have the same job as you, it's like their job to pour your fucking drinks. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people that have money tend to, and like marry outside of their own race, tend to marry into other races that tend to be a little bit more subservient. I'm not saying that all Jews have a lot of money. I'm not saying that all Japanese women are subservient. I'm just saying that when that kind of shit happens, it generally happens. That's why Irish people love Puerto Ricans, because they're both very fiery and they all have big butts. That's why, Tyler. No, seriously, I can't, it's been a thing. It's been a thing I've been seeing a ton. Half Irish, half Puerto Rican. Half Irish, half Puerto Rican. Or Mexican, too. It's the same thing. Maybe it's an island thing. I don't fucking know, dude. But
couldn't tell you.
It's a match made in heaven. It's a match made in heaven, I'll tell you. Jewish men and Japanese women is definitely a thing. Yeah, I believe it. Absolutely, I believe it.
Yeah, but look at that. That is fucking matzo ball ramen.
Okay.
That's wild that exists.
That was a weird sneeze.
So here's the thing, right? I'm thinking about it in my head. Jack says, Tyler, make that for me. I probably could. I'm thinking about it in my head because a matzo ball isn't like super flavorful on its own. Matzo as a flavor kind of blows and it's pretty bland. It's soaking up ramen broth actually sounds pretty good to me. I think that kind of makes sense in a weird way. I can see that working.
Yeah, but I will say though that I don't see a Japanese man and a Jewish woman working very well at the fuck all, because she's not going to be taking any shit.
No,
and he is going to be giving all the shit.
Yeah. Now, the idea of making that matzo ramen, if there's any like pork in there, that makes it really sacrilegious, and it would be very funny. You get some pork belly ramen with a matzo ball in there.
Is there no kosher pork? You can't have kosher pork.
Fuck no.
No.
Okay,
I see. Yeah, because pork's Jewish moms don't take shit. Jewish mom, they're queens, dude.
I've had many people tell me that my mom is intimidating as shit. And I, you know, I'm used to her because I fucking lived with her. But yeah, she doesn't take shit. And especially now that she's an old boomer, she doesn't take shit in some of the bad ways too.
Yeah, dude, Jewish women are boss bitches, man.
Jack said, "Yeah, she's scary, but now we're besties." Yeah, but Jack was wearing a cat cardigan last time we saw my parents, and my mom was like, "Where'd you get that? Can I try it on?" My mom tried on this cat cardigan, and Jack had gotten it from, where'd you get it? Like Spirit Halloween or something like that.
I was gonna say Old Navy, but that's. But
my mom liked it so much that now Jack and my mom are twinsies wearing the same cardigan.
There you go. HalloweenCostumes.com. Wow. That's what a handle. Good for them. That handle probably costs so much fucking money now. But yeah, so I'm not gonna go out there and say that I'm coconut pilled, okay? But I do think that the Democrats have a much better chance than they had before, and 100%. I think Trump seems and feels tired. He just doesn't have, in the Republican Party in general. I am feeling a shift. I'm feeling a shift away from people being worried about these fucking nut jobs, and more kind of getting to the point where they're like, all right, like, dude, you guys are all fucking like goons, man. Like the shit.
Yeah. That is literally the fucking, like, it is like the Democratic Party's like new anthem is like, why are y'all so weird?
Right.
What do you do? Why are you being so weird? Don't you see how fucking weird that is?
Yeah. And I think,
which is unbelievable. It's such a fucking good move. It's hilarious.
It's good and it's bad, okay? Because I think that in general, a lot of leftists consider themselves weird. Because a lot of left is so far away, like just normal left is so far away from general politics, because left-wing politicians are generally like mid to right-leaning, right? So like the left generally has always considered themselves weirdos. You know, you got a lot of dorks, you got a lot of nerds, you got a lot of like people who are actually really into politics and just sit there and like eat all the shit that's spoon-fed to them. But I get where they're going, because they're going for centrists, right? They're going for suburban moms who are not weird. So when the suburban moms see fucking things about adrenochrome and drinking children's blood, they're like, yeah, that is weird. That's kind of weird. Like, why are they, that's a weird thing to say. Like eating children. I don't know, you know, or like whatever, like, yeah, like, so weird works. And I think the absolute best thing about calling these fucking right assholes weird is that the only thing they can do is go, no, you are weird. You're the weird one. Why are you weird? You know what I mean? It just makes them look like little fucking idiots. It makes them look like little fucking dumb kids.
It's the same thing with the trans issue. It's like, why are you thinking about trans people that often?
Thank you for bringing that up, because you're right. Like that's the third thing. So it's immigrants, Israel, trans people. Those are the three fucking like talking points of politics right now. And two of them are complete fucking bullshit. And one of them has a very simple, very clear answer. And for a while we had talked about how it would be very difficult for the US to denounce Israel because they are a nuclear superpower in the Middle East on the doorsteps of all these other countries. But I've been thinking about it, and most of those other countries like Iran and whatever, they have closer ties with Russia, okay? But they hate Israel. They fucking hate Israel. Israel is not going to turn on Russia. Or Israel isn't going to partner up with Russia. They're not going to partner up with Russia. And if we don't give them fucking weapons, if we don't continue to supply their military and their free healthcare and all the other amazing things they have out there.
It's actually insane how much America is bowing down to Israel when really America has the power in this dynamic. You know what I mean? Like, we're the ones supplying them with the money, with the weapons, with the everything. What Israel is to America, and we've said it before, although I don't know if those podcasts have come out, but what we've said before is that Israel is America's foothold in the Middle East. It is our like one spot to have an ally that makes sure that things in the Middle East go according to the way we want them to, so that we can keep getting our oil and keep the prices down and blah, 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 blah. But Israel also really, really needs America to stay alive. You know, it relies on America's support heavily. And that relationship is too one-sided right now and can be pulled back, I think. But yeah, it's insane. It's an insane thing in the Middle East that's going on right now. And with the trans issue, like, trans people represent, I think, maybe 1% of our total
I have it
society.
right here. It is 1.1% of the U.S. population identifies as transgender, and that is identifies as transgender. Okay, that is a big fucking difference between identifying as transgender, which can mean non-binary, it can mean, you know, whatever. Like, again, I mean, you want to pull your memes out, okay? Like, there's a lot of fucking genders within transgenders, okay? We know that, right? So that's 1.1% encompasses that entire bubble of transgender identification. This does not. It's not 1.1 people or percent of people have transitioned, are planning to transition, nothing like that. I mean, the amount of people who have actually transitioned it has to be like an incredibly low number. An incredibly low number. Only 5%.
Fucking JM. Oh, look, the 1%.
Yeah, like,
God damn it.
Yeah, like I would say that the majority of people who identify as trans are people who are closer to a non-binary, right? Where they might dress androgynously, right? They might not conform to gender roles. Like, if somebody was going to ask me if I consider myself a man, a woman, or something else, I would probably say something else, because if you showed me what you think a man is, that's not me. Probably not me. So why would I identify with that? You know what I mean? But that also doesn't make me what people consider transgender. You know what I mean? So there's like there's so much liminal space in there. So these fucking right-wing pundit talking heads are acting like trans people are just like coming out of the fucking woodwork. They're all over the place. They're taking over.
It's the exact same thing as with the border, right? And immigrants. They're saying that, you know, illegal immigrants are flooding across the border, bringing weapons and drugs, when it's just not true.
What Trump said
categorically not true.
What Trump said during the RNC is that hundreds of thousands of American citizens are dying every year because the illegal immigrants are invading us over the border and killing them. Okay?
Right, they're calling it an invasion. Like,
yes.
That has been a key word.
Yes.
Is that it's an invasion.
And this is a 1-for-1. I am quoting, okay? And last time I did a Just Chatting stream, I did the math. I went to the Department of Homeland Security website. And then I went to another government site that talks about, or that has the statistics for crime, what kind of crimes, how many of them happen,
right.
Okay? This year, at the time that I did it, which was last week, okay? And I actually know of 3 more murders that happened recently because it was a friend of a friend. But there was 24,887 murders have happened this year. Already. That's a lot of fucking murders, okay? That's homicide, right? 24 of them were committed by illegal immigrants, okay? And that's, again, we're not saying Mexicans. We're not saying Ecuadorians. We're not saying fucking Ethiopians. We're not saying, it could be fucking Italians. It could be the French. It could be Canadians.
It could be from anywhere.
Literally anywhere. That 24, that is 0.097%. 0.096. So if you round up, it's 0.01% of the murders in this country have happened from illegal immigrants. That's 24. Well, that's not hundreds of thousands.
No, it's just an insane thing to say because it's categorically untrue. And if somebody wants to come into this country, right, illegally, legally, whatever, if they want to immigrate to this country, and then you do a crime, you get deported.
Yeah.
It's they are the least likely to do it because they don't get to stay.
Yeah. And to get in, you have to go through like a fucking concentration camp process. You know what I mean? Like, well, at least over the Mexican border and shit. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, they care so much about murder until it's from guns. Until it's a gun shot at the fucking president. Notice how fast that went away. Notice how fast nobody's fucking talking about it anymore. You wanna know why? Because the kid was a registered Republican, and because it was a gun. They don't want to talk about guns. They don't want to say that guns are scary.
Right.
They don't want to fucking talk about it, dude. Also,
they don't want
nothing
to talk
burger.
about it. Yeah, and also because it got completely overshadowed by Joe dropping out.
Which is nuts, because the last time, when was a president? I don't think a president has been fired on in our lifetimes. I think the last one was Ronald Reagan.
That's not true.
Really?
There are presidential assassination attempts constantly.
Yeah, but an actual bullet firing off like at a president? I don't remember. I feel like we would have heard about that.
I couldn't tell you for sure about that. I can try to look it up right now. Let me just scroll down here. But I mean, it looks like Bill Clinton, there was at least a plot to kill him.
Oh, that's not surprising. There's still plots to kill him all the time.
Bill Clinton had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different assassination attempts. In 2018, long after that, a pipe bomb was sent to Hillary Clinton in their home.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, it was during Trump's fucking reign. Of course.
Right.
Of course, dude. That was like Pizzagate. That was QAnon. That was like the abs. Like Hillary Clinton is the queen of QAnon.
I don't know if anybody else has come as close as this guy did, but people have like shot at the White House and stuff. You know?
Sure, yeah. But this was like on stage. Really the same. This is not Ronald Reagan. This is not Kennedy. This is not you know what I mean. Like this was as close to Ronald Reagan as it could get. But it doesn't go with the Republican narrative. It doesn't go with their narrative.
In 2005, Bush was giving a speech, and somebody threw a live hand grenade towards the podium.
Holy shit.
So that's a pretty big one.
Damn.
However, it didn't explode.
Wow. That's crazy.
Apparently it didn't explode because a red handkerchief was wrapped tightly around it, preventing the safety lever from detaching. Yeah. So literally the guy just fucked up. So that's a pretty recent one.
How do you fuck that up, man? How do you fuck that up? That's just
how do you fuck up a hand grenade? Great question.
How do you fuck up killing the president? Like, especially when you're this kid, right? Like, yeah, of course, you have a history of it being a bad shot, but you are well within range. You are in a prime position. Your entire life, every single second, from the time your mom fucking squirted you out onto this fucking shit-filled table that you fell into, to that point where you have the president's head in your target, in your fucking line of sight. Your entire life is leading up to that moment. You're not going to make it out. Everything hinges on you making this one shot, and you fucking miss, dude. How do you fuck that up? That is the most, literally, like, there is no point in time in your entire life that was more important than that, and you fucked it up. That is like the fucking, like, I'm not sympathizing, okay? But that's like fucking pathetic, dude. That is like beyond fucking pathetic, right? God damn, dude. Fucking loser. Fucking loser. And I'm glad Trump didn't get killed that way.
Yeah, because that would have been awful.
Yeah, for sure. Like, but damn, dude, that kid sucked. That kid fucking sucked. What a loser. But yeah, so the point is, when we're talking about transgender people being 1.1% of the American population, people who identify as gay, that's only like 5.43% of the American population.
Yes, although it keeps getting, like, if you look at it by generation, it keeps going up by generation.
Yeah, sure, because it becomes more normal, it becomes more okay. You know?
Exactly. But yeah, the what we were talking about before is like,
I didn't know that
the entire Republican Party is hinging on this debate on trans people, right? And the only thing you have to say is, why are you so obsessed with 1% of the population?
Why are you so obsessed with their fucking dicks, dude? Why are you so obsessed with their dicks?
Obsessed with, like, what are you doing? They're just people trying to live their lives, and you're trying to make it seem like, again, there's a fucking invasion.
Yeah. Apparently Tenacious D broke up because Kyle Gass said, "Don't miss Trump next time at a show."
Yeah, that is what happened.
Would Jack Black get mad? Like, what?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh my god. But speaking as a this is a quote, but speaking as a Mexican father of a transgender son, seeing Trump's head pop on TV would make me come so hard I'd fall into a 10-day DMT trip and host a massive party with mariachis, gifts, and decorations. KG did nothing wrong. Remember when Jack Black told us all that rock and roll is about sticking it to the man? Well, here we were watching him happily suck the man's dick so he could make another 3 dozen Jumanji movies. Oh my god. Wow, I didn't know Jack Black was a fucking dick rider, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't before, but I guess he was worried about the money.
Oh my
but
God.
yeah, they canceled the whole tour and band.
Well, fuck Jack Black then, I guess.
Yeah, he cut us in line at E3. Fuck him.
He did cut us in line at E3, and then he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go Wonder Boy. He wouldn't do it. That's my favorite song. I was just like, hey, dude, could you throw me like 1 bar of Wonder Boy? He wouldn't do it. He looked at me like I was a fucking ant. He brought his kids into E3 even though it's 18 plus.
Yeah.
Fucking dick. It was a stupid game anyway.
Listen, when you're fucking when you're famous, you get exceptions. I mean,
he's really short. He's really short. He was a lot shorter than me.
Snoop Dogg at E3 also had exceptions. They had a whole tent thing so that he could smoke inside of the convention center.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because it was in his contract.
Dude, I'm never going back to LA, dog. Never going back.
No. There's no reason. Except for we might want to go to AX at some point.
I don't know, man. We're so much better off going to Anime Boston. You got a better crowd anyway. You got people who really like out here. You really gotta fucking love anime. You know what I mean? You gotta try. Like LA. Like that's the thing. All right, content creators. We're content creators. Like I'm a content creator from the woods of Massachusetts, guys. You know how fucking much harder that makes it. Right? Like I had to learn a ton of shit from Tyler and Grant and Ryan about like marketing and like all this stuff. I don't know how much you guys knew about it ahead of time, but like I had no fucking idea. I just thought if you make something and it's good enough and you put it on the internet, it'll like a gravitational force. It will attract people to it. That's not how it works. That's not how it works really. Fucking all. You got to brand yourself. You got to market yourself. You got to do all this fucking really icky what's the word? Surface level shit, right? What's a good word? What's another word for surface level?
Shallow.
Come on, give me another one. His is an autism. No. Come on.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh God, I'm asking the wrong person for a word.
Yeah.
God damn it. It's
I lose my words half the time. You're not asking me right. Fuck. Sellout.
No. Well, yeah, sellout for sure. Definitely sellout bullshit.
Yeah, but that's not the word you're talking about.
No. When you're it's like shallow. It's like when you're looking at somebody and it's surface level and there's no integrity to it. Come on, man. Fucking God, I need a thesaurus. Disingenuous is perfect for that, but it's not the word that I'm looking for. Dude, ever since I hit my head, man, it's driving me nuts. I hate it. My fucking vocabulary.
Hey, man, I get it, okay? I've been like that for fucking years now.
You did it to yourself.
I understand. It still sucks.
Oh, well. Anyway, I'm working on it. Oh, shut up, Devin. I did not. I wasn't wearing a helmet.
So did you, Mike.
Okay, all right. Anyway, yeah, so there's just, like, when you live in LA, right, you understand the entertainment industry. Oh God.
Yeah, it's gonna stick with you now for a while.
It's gonna drive me nuts.
Just let it go.
It's gonna
It's not worth it.
Just look up synonyms for disingenuous.
I just did.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, like when you live in LA, you have a leg up when it comes to entertainment because you know somebody who works in entertainment. Period. You know somebody. You went to school with somebody, dude. I used to hang out with a chick who went to school with the daughter of Patrick Star from SpongeBob. She used to sleep over their fucking house, and he would talk to them like Patrick, and it was just totally fucking normal, dude. Like being friends with people like that is normal in LA. If you're not in South Central,
connections and network is super important.
You know about if you don't know about lighting. You know somebody who knows something about lighting. If you don't know anything about cameras, you know somebody who knows something about cameras. If you don't know about marketing, there's definitely 8,000 people you know that know about marketing because that's all you fucking do out there, dude. You
can just walk into a Starbucks and say, hey, does anybody know something about marketing? And, you'll have a crowd.
Yeah, I'm from literal actual indie land fuck, right? Like like Dinosaur Jr. came from here. You know what I mean?
It's actually the name of the town. It's
literally,
indie land
yeah.
fuck.
It's like everybody here is just like art, bro. Art, man. Like literally all the schools are liberal arts schools. These are the 5 best liberal arts schools in the world are right here. Like it's so hippie fuck that like I was like all pilled on thinking that it's not even cool. Well, yeah, it's not cool art because it's not pop art. It's all like fucking it's obnoxious. The people out here are obnoxious, but I was so pilled on the fact that like, if you're really good at something, it can just pop off for you. And that's not how the internet works. And that's not how visual entertainment works. It's not how content creation works. And it took me a really long time to adjust. I'm still bad at it. I still fight it. And it causes like a lot of, it causes a lot of mental distress for me. It causes a lot of fucking mental distress.
If you look at our channel, you can literally see like, oh, here's the times when we've talked about it and really tried to focus on doing things like the quote unquote right way, right? The way that works. And suddenly our views go up. And then over time, we slowly like scale back into like our regular, like just what makes sense to us naturally. And they fall off again. We literally just had this talk like yesterday. Yeah. Where we're like, fuck, the views are falling off again. We have to change things up. We got to try something new. That sort of thing. And hopefully we have new video ideas that we're going to try that'll be really fun and interesting. And JM, by the way, we are going to make your 1,000 Ways to Die in Anime video. So thanks, man.
Yep. And we have to shelve Utena for now because we don't know how it would do. Unfortunately, that's just the way. Like, so for instance, like not to get too into crazy things, but we do have patrons in here. Tyler and I took home less than $2,000 this month. That's the worst we've been paid since I worked on Treesicle. Like it's really bad. We're not going to be able to afford editors for a while. So that means that videos are going to have to come out slower. The thing is, we know that people really like the insane story videos, okay? Like the insane story Triguns, et cetera, et cetera. The problem is that those are really big, really long videos, and to make them the way that they should be made takes a very long time. It takes a lot of research. It takes a lot of thought. It takes a lot of reading. It takes a lot of like digging things up. Okay. And those videos do really well, but they're also not like the most fun, right? Like, I like the videos that I have fun with are not videos that are going to explode. They're ones that take like big risks because I like talking about weird shit. And like maybe we've been in this kind of like dealing with this YouTube terrorism, right? Where it's like we're at that point where we need to be evolving, right? Like that's why we're putting the podcast back on YouTube. We need to start making money from the podcast. Join the Patreon. We need to start making money from everything that we're doing. I need to stop playing video games on stream and just talking to people because that doubles my audience, right? People just want to talk. We need to start like really like making sure that the videos that we're doing are videos that are going to hit. Like I need to somehow make us in more places. Like I need to be better about Instagram. I need to like I don't know about Twitter. Tyler's been talking about opening up a Facebook thing. I need to be spending more time inside the Patreon. But the thing is too is that the other thing that's like important is that we need more hands, and we're losing money, so we're losing hands that we had, right? Like we need a social media manager. We need to get fucking merch done. We've been talking to our brand managers about merch off and on for like fucking months at this point, and I just need to like hammer it home with them.
When it comes to merch, I'm not that worried about merch until we can get everything else set up, because merch is like so difficult to get right. And I don't think we should just be putting out like, oh, hey, look, it's the Bonsaipop logo on a shirt again, right? We've done that. It doesn't work. It's going to take time and energy to do that.
Memes.
We gotta get the channel back on track first.
We need like a slogan. You know what I mean? Like we need to.
Well, we had one, and we should bring it back.
What was that?
100% anime, 100% of the time.
Keep anime weird. Make anime weird again.
Weird's not bad.
Make anime weird again, dude.
I don't want anything that sounds like it was Trumpish at any point.
Yeah, I think keep anime weird is good.
Keep anime weird is good.
Keep anime weird, man. Assuming the left finally pivots away from weird. Once they get weird in there, you gotta Yeah, keep it. Yeah, what? Yeah.
See you in Bonsai Pop. See you in Wyoming. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nobody would get it.
Occupy Wyoming, like Sailor Moon on the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I mean, the point is that we're gonna make some changes. We have ideas for at least the next couple months for videos.
Yep.
I would say probably going into October at this point. Hopefully 2 videos a month that we can get out that are going to be decently big. I would expect 30 plus minutes for a lot of them, and some of them are going to take a lot of work. Again, I like the one that I just talked about, JM's idea, 1,000 ways to die in anime. I got to research 1,000 fucking ways to die in anime, and yeah, I don't have to watch 1,000 shows, but I got to find 1,000 ways that people died in anime. That's going to take some time.
We also want to ask people in the Patreon.
Yeah, I do want to ask people on the Patreon
if you see
for
something,
weird ones.
send it. Yeah, exactly.
But eventually, I'm gonna run out of different ways that trucks or cars or tractors have run over people. You know what I mean? So it's going to get more and more difficult to find new things as I'm doing that.
Dude, there's so many. I'm just gonna have to take notes while I'm watching because some shit is so fucking funny.
Please do, because I'm gonna start a list probably today, tomorrow.
Yeah.
To start working on it.
But the thing is it's like when we doing Helsing is going to take time away from you doing that. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, there's that. And there's also the thing is like, you guys are hurting, we're hurting too. And that's the problem is like our ability to grow the Patreon is going to be hamstrung by the fact that the economy is fucked, guys. Like, we're just being real. Like, I totally understand the fact that we're being mostly supported by high-end patrons right now. And the fact that you guys are doing that is fucking insane. Thank you so much. Like, we would literally be totally fucked without you.
Yeah.
And, like, we're making less money than we were years ago. And the money that we're making is worth less than it was years ago, too. So
totally true.
You know what I mean? So like, even if we were making $2,000, that $2,000 is not going. It's not going the same distance. So
when the price of groceries have gone up, like 50% or whatever.
I can't go to the grocery store without spending $110.
It's like impossible, dude. Every time I go to get something for like that day, you're spending $50.
Yeah, and I don't get snacks anymore. I don't get snacks because I've been on this diet for months. So like, I'm not buying snacks. I'm buying like the bare essentials. I don't buy bread. Dude, I don't eat bread. Like
I'm on that as well now for like the last few days. I'm trying to get back into shape. I actually just talked to Grant. I'm going to try to pick up pickleball or racquetball with Grant.
Okay.
And then
that's not a bad idea. That basketball, basketball's super easy.
I'm not a big basketball guy, but once I get back into
you the Jewish kid, not big on basketball.
Yeah, I know. Huge surprise, dude. Huge. The 5'7" guy who hasn't grown since he was 13. Yeah, not super interested in basketball. Although I will tell you, I used to be able to keep up with Ryan in free throw shots. But that
couldn't
was
throw
also
it over Ryan, but
yeah. Well, that's not the point. Okay.
Sorry, JM.
You guys don't buy bread? We'll buy keto bread sometimes. I buy keto pita bread, and that's fucking awesome.
And that's the thing, Ty, you don't gotta go full keto, dude. You can like just cutting back on sugar. Period. Like I lost 20 fucking pounds just cutting. Only fruits. Yeah.
I totally get it, and I also I want to get back into shape more, and eventually once I lose a little bit of weight and get more back into shape, I want to start rock climbing because I love rock climbing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, watching the rock climbing Olympics, that was fucking the women's rock
speed climbing is sick.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're speed climbing. They were doing boulders, dude. The boulders are fucking nuts. It's literally a flat wall, and there's no like.
No, so you're watching the boulders where like they have a certain amount of time to complete the boulder, and the boulder's hard as shit.
Yeah.
Look up speed climbing. Okay. Yeah. It is the same boulder side by side. Who can get to the top the fastest? Yeah. And they're like fucking spider monkeys, dude.
Oh, I've seen that
shit.
Yeah. Devin's dad has been like begging me to go rock climbing with him, so I should probably try to do that.
Don't do it multiple days in a row to start. Your hands will probably hurt like hell.
Yeah, probably. Well, I play guitar and bass, right? So like everybody when I was a kid, everybody called me Popeye because I got fucking forearms. And Mike's gonna crack his head again. I'm gonna crack my head again, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'm getting grip tape for my skateboard. I'm gonna go skateboarding again. My fucking grip tape came off last summer, but it's almost skateboard season. out here. Hopefully the temperatures will start dropping, so I can go do that again. I'll post videos for you guys. But I'm gonna wear a helmet. I wear a helmet now. Wear a helmet.
Wear it.
Cracking my skull open the way I did was not cool. I'm lucky my eye didn't come flying out. But yeah. So yeah, we're in a tough spot, guys. We're all in a tough spot. Everybody in America is in a tough spot, bro. It's tough, and we're just gonna keep doing what we always do and push through it. And like, honestly, I mean, dude, like you guys know the shit that, you know, I deal with, man. I get fucking depressed. Like not like suicide. I've never been like suicidal. Like I'm not like, oh, I just want to die. But I get depressed. I get fucking depressed when like from time to time I sink down in holes where I don't want to get out of bed, and it's really hard to dig out. And then I go through times where it's like I just want to work all day fucking every day, and that's just what being me is like, and it fucking sucks. So I got to work around that as best I can.
I just sent a link, by the way, for people who haven't seen speed climbing. I just sent you a link just so you can see what I'm talking about.
Oh, it says the video is unavailable. Video playback's been... Oh, it's probably... Yeah, dude, the Olympics have been fucking nuts about
I literally
taking
just watched
down.
it.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, it's on NBC Sports. It's not like...
Playback on other websites have been disabled by the video owner. That's what it is.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you just gotta click the link.
Yeah, dude, fucking... Yeah, the Olympics have been super scuzzy about shit. Fuck the Olympics
we're using a friend's Peacock account. The reason I wasn't up earlier today is because we were up until 5 a.m. watching women's skateboarding.
Oh, is that still going on?
Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, because that little 14-year-old girl
just started yesterday.
Oh, no shit, dude. That little girl, the little Japanese girl, we already followed her. No, she was 14. The one that won gold already for like best trick in street.
Oh, okay.
Dude.
Yeah, skateboarding. There's a park started yesterday, or I guess today technically. It started today at 3:30 in the morning, and we watched until 5.
Are the Japanese fucking killing it?
Yes. They're absolutely killing it. I think of the top 4, I think 3 are Japanese.
Yep.
The other one is an American, and the American is the most hippy dippy fucking girl
is it the chick
I have
from
ever
Florida?
seen.
Is it the blonde chick from Florida who like
her name is
she
Bryce,
wears big headphones?
She wasn't wearing headphones, but her name's Bryce something. Jack, do you remember what her last name is?
Because I mean, while you're looking that up, dude, the Japanese were built for skateboarding, dude, or the skateboarding was made for Japanese. It's fucking crazy. Like the practice and the fucking repetition. And then the precision. That's what the Japanese have when it comes to skateboarding, is fucking precision.
Here's our top women skateboarder.
Oh, I don't know her. Yeah, no, she's not the girl who's doing street. The girl who's doing street was pretty good.
She is really good, but it's like she seems high the entire time. It's hilarious.
She probably is. She's probably cooked out of her fucking mind. Welcome to skateboarding.
Yeah.
Like, the fucking,
when they were introducing all of the skateboarders at the beginning, you know, they like go through the line with the camera and they introduce them all before they actually start. Yeah. They get to her and she's playing a ukulele.
Jesus, yeah. Dude, fucking man, skateboarding has evolved. Like the shit that people do on the reg now is,
there you go.
It makes Tony Hawk look like a fucking like a joke. Like the Tony Hawk games, like the shit that you can do in Tony Hawk games up to like Tony Hawk 3 looks like a fucking joke. People are just pulling that off and sticking it like on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Like like doing a fucking ghetto bird. That's like a baby trick now. You know what I mean? Like I watched somebody do like, it was like a backside body varial 540 flip like into a transition. Like shit's fucking insane. Like you can't even name the tricks anymore. You can't even name them because you don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's so fast. Under flipping is like the fucking name of the game now. Like they'll do like a 360 flip into a double fucking under heel flip. Like it's
we've seen
insane.
a lot of women were doing inverts and 540 transitions and like alley-oop stuff too. It was really impressive.
Yeah,
like,
the guy who won gold, the Japanese dude who won gold, did a 360 backside nose blunt down an 11 stair handrail or on the hub. Insane. I think like he can't see where he's going. He can't see where he's going when he's in the air, and a nose blunt is when you land with your.
Oh, dude, I watched it.
Oh, you watched it? Okay. So for people who don't know what a nose blunt is, it's like the hardest, it's like one of, if not the hardest grinds, because you're grinding on the front of your truck and the nose of your board. So the pole is in between the nose of your board and your front truck, and your board is at like a fucking 80-degree angle. Right? So this guy jumps out down 11 fucking stairs, can't see where he's going, and it does a full spin, lands in a nose blunt, and then 270s out, and lands, rolls away smooth, no wobble. It was the smoothest thing.
I have it here for people who want to see it. It's time stamped.
I can't fucking.
Yeah. But for people who want to look, it is unbelievable how smooth it looks. He makes it look like it literally looks like a video game. How perfect it is.
Yeah, it's he's out of what's the timestamp at?
It is at 450.
450. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah. I'm showing it on. They don't do that. He's like yes, like that was like so smooth. And then like the little 14-year-old girl.
That was his last trick, by the way. He wasn't gonna win. Mm-hmm. Even with that trick, he wasn't gonna win. The Americans fucked it up at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, Nigel's really good. He's a fucking douchebag, but he's a really good skater. BMX is getting crazy.
BMX is also getting insane.
BMX is. That's a whole, I mean, there's so many things you can do with a BMX bike. I mean, like, honestly, BMX doesn't impress me half as much as the extreme downhill. That shit's fucking nuts. Like the Red Bull, like big mountain shit. Like that is like you land or you die. Like you land or you fucking die. Like you will come out of that as a crumpled, fucking broken mess. Like you have like 400-foot drops. Like that level. Dude, you gotta check out extreme mountain biking or extreme downhill. That shit is fucking nuts.
I've seen stuff like that before. It's insane. It's
and Olympic snowboarding is so good too. Like this.
I love Olympic snowboarding.
Like, oh yeah, you're gonna do like a triple backflip, like 1080 flat spin.
Dude, I mean, we grew up watching Shaun White, just win fucking medal after medal, out competing everybody. Mm-hmm. And Shaun White was
and then he'd skate in the summer and still win golds on park too.
Yeah. He's from my hometown. Like he was going to go.
I thought he was from Carlsbad.
So I got inside information for you. Mm-hmm. Shaun White is from Carmel Valley.
Oh, okay.
He is called from Carlsbad because he was going to Torrey Pines High School, which is about 3 minutes away from my house.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And he's our age, too. Might be a little bit older.
He's a little bit older.
Okay.
He's about 3 to 4 years older, I believe.
Okay.
And I know that because he was best friends with a family friend.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you live in California, guys. This is what happens when you live in California.
Yeah. I'm 2 degrees of separation away from Shaun White.
Yeah. You know who I know?
But
Gigi Allen's brother. That's what you get when you live here.
But the reason he has always said Shaun White from Carlsbad is because Torrey Pines wouldn't let him do snowboarding as like a period. Like basically they wouldn't let him do it as a sport. So he transferred to Carlsbad because they would, and that's why he's Shaun White of Carlsbad. He didn't actually live in Carlsbad.
Okay. Well, he also probably just skated in Carlsbad because that's like they have like gnarly parks out there, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And surfing they too. Do. Yeah. But anyway,
well, Carlsbad has tons of shit. Carlsbad, Encinitas, everything up there.
Yeah. So yeah, long story short, legal immigrants aren't killing people. I mean, they are, but not to any kind of like meaningful degree at all.
It's way
24 guys. What?
24 out of what did you say?
24,290 that I know of, or it's 20.
Right.
24,890 that I know of.
The point is that regular American citizens kill regular American citizens far more often.
Over almost 100% more often.
Almost 100%. Yes.
Transgender people are not trying to change you. They are not trying to fucking make your kids cut their dicks off. They're not groomers. Okay, it's not a thing. It's not a fucking thing. Like they're
also not. They're just trying to live their own fucking lives. Why do you care so much about what somebody else is doing?
Yeah, like, yes, it is possible that one transgender person was a groomer. I mean, there was that Mr. Beast shit that went down, right? Like, there's weird shit, okay? But that's not because they're transgender. It's because they were a bad person. You know what I mean? Like,
and how many straight white people have groomed people in comparison?
How many fucking Republicans have groomed people? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much crazy shit that goes on. Like, and the fact of the matter is that even if we're talking 1.1% of the American fucking population. It's so small. It's so fucking small. Okay, you can't, like, I'm 99% sure that in almost every single state, if not every single state, it's not legal to get gender reassignment surgery under normal circumstances until you're 18.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's illegal in every state. Yeah,
nobody's cutting their little kids' dicks off, dude. Like, nobody's doing that. Oh yeah, the Catholic Church, of course they're in on it. They're also in on fucking Zionism as well, because they want the Jews to take, or they want the Jews to, like, completely take over Israel, so that when the rapture happens, and all the good Christians come down with Jesus from wherever the fuck they go, all the Jews will have a great awakening. Because the Christians are going to come to Israel, and all the Jews are going to be like, oh my God, we were so wrong. Literally, they have giant televangelist churches that are based off of doing they want Christians to move to Israel to do the when they're stealing the homes and I don't remember what the word is. God damn it.
I can't either at the moment.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like that's enough politics.
Yeah, man. How was your anime week?
It's actually been pretty good. I watched a movie called Suzume. I don't think we've done a viewing party of that yet.
No.
It's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with it. And I played a brand new game with it that I wanted to share with you today, and that hopefully we can play this week during the viewing party. Okay. Mike, I have made anime bingo.
Okay.
I'm going to share it with you right now.
Okay.
Here is one of the bingo cards. If you can click that link or get it onto a new thing. Here's one of the bingo cards that I have made.
All right.
So, you watch an anime, preferably a movie, something long, and you play bingo with it. And, for example, the bingo card that I just sent Mike has harem, 2+ girls, absurdly large weapon, non-existent/dead parents, tsundere, anime hair, and then in parentheses, 5+ anti-gravity spikes in the hair, older than they look, which is, obviously like the lolly that's like 3,000 years old, right? Tiptoe romance, which is, obviously these people like each other, but nothing happens.
Yeah.
English, so they speak English as opposed to Japanese. Fan service, samurai ponytail, cicada sound. It doesn't take place in Japan. Special move shouted. Hothead, which is like a Naruto or I can't think of the fairy tale guy, but the type of character I'm talking about.
Like a himbo. Type.
Yeah, himbo. Or you could also put himbo.
Are you talking Vegeta hothead, or are you talking like Goku hothead?
More Vegeta.
Okay.
More Vegeta, right. But typically somebody just doesn't think like a Black Star, that sort of guy.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Flashback. Anytime a flashback comes on, evil mouth look. Evil mouth lick.
Yeah.
OP old guy, anime grunt. You're
Yeah.
Hot villain. Real world brand pun, so your McDonald's.
Yeah,
exactly. Starbucks, that sort of thing. Protag sucks at talking to women. Nuclear bomb symbolism. Plank with a face on it, which just means no personality protagonist.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack, for that specific way of saying that. Would have killed me, which means something happens that would have killed you, but they survived totally fine.
Okay.
And antagonist exposition, so the evil person telling you the plot of what's about to happen, right?
That
or
works.
Their evil plan. I have 50 of these, I have 30 of these bingo cards. There are 50 different squares that I have made so far.
Wow, that's perfect.
So, I have already picked out our viewing party this week that I think will work perfectly for this.
Okay.
And just to give you an idea of some of the other ones, there's also I have the whole list right here that I can tell you. Let me just pull it up really quick. And I want to also ask the Patreon if they have things that they could add that I haven't thought of. Because I would like to get to 100 so that we get a really, really good list. But I also have Kid Dies, which makes sense for the Patreon. Yeah. I have Nani, so anytime anybody says Nani, get that square. Titties for our titty bets.
Okay.
The Power of Friendship saves the day. Power Up Scream, so anytime anybody screams to power up, typical Goku thing. Anime Blush, when you see somebody blush. Evil Laugh. Perv character, there's always a perv sidekick, man. Brock Eyes, so anytime somebody has those eyes. Opaque glasses, you can't see their eyes.
The self-racist call out.
Yep. A named weapon, a skin-tight suit, a training sequence, teenage main character, tentacles, pet sidekick, chibi mode, whenever they go like the animation changes, the chibi mode. Mountain tits, just tits that are way too fucking big. Back problem tits, right? Foreigner, that's so obviously not Japanese, they got the giant chin, the blonde hair, that sort of thing. Megan Echo, which is a girl who wears large glasses. Bathing/shower scene. Colored hair, one win move are all the other ones.
Hot springs.
I was going to put hot springs, but when I'm thinking about, we typically watch movies, I want it to apply to most of the movies that we watch. There's not always hot springs in those. I'm trying to get enough things that would happen often enough that we could play bingo during viewing parties if we wanted to. So I played this with Suzume, which is not a super, it's not the type of thing that we would watch a lot. It doesn't have a ton of action, fighting scenes, that sort of thing. I was still able to get a bingo by the end of the movie playing it. So I have picked out the viewing party that we're going to watch this week. I believe it's called Armitage 3. Armitage 3.
Armitage or Armitage?
Armitage, maybe? Hold on.
Okay.
Armitage 3.
T-A-G-E?
T-A-G. Yeah,
Armitage.
And
3?
If you...
The third one? Or is it...
No.
Okay.
It's not the third one. It's the only one.
I think they would have called it Armatriage.
Yeah, you would think so. But here's a trailer for people. It... Basically, let me just read you the synopsis here, just to give you an idea of what's going to be happening. Okay. And I think it'll be perfect for this.
I like the art.
In the year 2046, a cop and his female android partner called Armitage, part of the latest android line known as Class 3 models that look, act, and feel human, investigate illegal manufacture of Class 3 androids on colonized Mars. So I think it's going to be the perfect type of thing for this bingo.
Yeah, this is going to be this looks like a good one. I just saw some chick get fucking shot in the head. This will be great.
Yeah. So I want to try playing bingo with it. I've got 30 I was able to find a free bingo generator to make 30 squares. I'm going to switch a couple of them up beforehand. I want to change dead parents / non-existent parents to dead dad / non-existent dad, because a lot of times there's a mom but not a dad. I definitely want to, after we play one round, take potential squares from the Patreon, and we can just build on this. And whenever we have something that looks like a really good bingo time, we can play bingo during viewing parties.
Sounds good to me, man.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Right on. Yeah, we'll look forward to that. I haven't watched a lot of anime recently. I have been in Marvel World, but one thing I did watch was I started checking out old Wow Brain. Okay, sorry. Kurosawa films. So one of the ones I watched was Seven Samurai. Came out in 1950. 1996, I believe. So, you know, it's an old black and white movie, and it's fucking fantastic. Believe it or not. Like I was a little worried, you know, sometimes like old movies, like they just don't hold up. Seven Samurai, 1954. Seven Samurai is amazing. It's like 3.5 hours long. Yeah, 3 hours and 27 minutes. And it's like, there's so much anime in it, right? Like there's it is, I swear to God, anybody who's made anime within the past, like since anime started, was a fucking Kurosawa fan, which makes sense. Like best director from Japan, but like it's so good. Bronte says, I've yet to see a mediocre, let alone bad Kurosawa film. Yeah, like if for something like that to hold my attention for 3 fucking hours, like it's got the himbo, it's got the fucking, you know, rivalry, it's got the old man who's like kind of OP, it's got, you know, the young dude and like the tentative romance. It has all the anime tropes in it, but it's a live action movie from back then. It's just so fucking oversized sword. Everything, dude. Like it's so fucking crazy, like how much inspiration has been taken from Seven Samurai. So if you guys haven't seen that, it is on HBO Max. I highly recommend checking it out. In fact, there's a bunch of Kurosawa films on HBO Max right now. So it's rad. If you don't have HBO Max, I understand. We're like using our friend's account, so it is what it is. But I really enjoyed that a lot. As far as like anime that's out right now, I haven't really heard anything that's like interesting to me too much.
Yeah,
like I'll probably watch the trash.
Watching anything. I do want us to do like some supplementary content where I talked to you about this before. I want to do an anime draft for the next season, where we look at what's coming out and we go back and forth choosing our top 5 or top 10. And then at the end of the year, at the end of the season, we look at My Anime List's ratings, and whoever has the highest total ratings wins the draft.
I would be interested to see, like, I feel like I do worry that My Anime List is like a little too biased, where they just want to rate everything 5 stars. But
I mean, if you have a better site for it, I'm totally down.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard.
We could do Crunchyroll ratings on it, maybe.
Yeah, weebs are just the most like weeb-pilled shit. You know what I mean? I think Crunchyroll would be worse than My Anime List, honestly. But they're like, oh yeah, it's good. Like they'll rate like trash like 5 stars. But I am excited for Gundam Requiem for Vengeance, which is supposed to be fall 2024. It takes place in 0079, and it sounds like it's going to be story centers on Iria Sorari, and the mecha include the Zeon Mobile Suit Zaku 2 and the Federation Mobile Suit Gundam. So probably the original Gundam, it looks like. So that's really fucking cool. Of course, we have the Ranma remake, which like I don't give a shit about, because we watched all of Ranma for that video. I am Ranma'd. Like I love Ranma. Ranma's amazing. I am Ranma'd out. You know, I read all of the manga too, and it's like, you know, there's like 7 episodes that matter to the plot, and like 200 other episodes that are just like gag shit, which is fine. And I think people should enjoy Ranma. If this is a little Ranma goes a very long way. I agree.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
But yeah, I'm just like not seeing anything that like looks like really fucking good. You know, I'm on some websites right now. Oh my god, they're doing 7 Deadly Sins.
Did you see what I sent you yesterday? Actually,
no.
I just got a new anime DVD from.
Oh yes.
The Big Lots down the street from us is going out of business. So
ours did too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Because in ours it said specifically this location, like, don't worry, Big Lots isn't going away. Like, I give a fuck if Big Lots is going away.
Yeah.
But like, this is the first time we've been in Big Lots since I think I was 16. But we went in and they had an entire Blu-ray and DVD collection there. And for fucking $5.99, I was able to pick up a 3-series anime collection of Ultraviolet Code 44, which I've never seen. What is this? Kurozuka, which I haven't seen, and Viper's Creed, which I haven't seen. And they look just like the type of shit that we would watch at a viewing party.
Yeah, they did look very much that way. Apparently there's an anime out right now called Days with My Stepsister. When his father remarries, Yuta Asamura winds up sharing a room. I'm assuming that's supposed to be room with his new stepsister, Saki Ayase, the hottest girl in his grade. Carrying the scars of their parents' troubled divorces, they vow to maintain a respectful distance, but what starts as a cautious camaraderie blossoms into something deeper from shared experiences. Is it an admiration, familial love, or something more? Question mark. I'm gonna watch that.
Wild.
Dude, it's what was that? Was that fucking anime that we both loved so much? Teacher, no, the fuck was it? We did a whole video on it that we ended up.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And I can't fucking think of what it's called.
I can't think of what it's called either. Domestic Girlfriend, yeah.
Domestic girlfriend. That was it. Yeah.
Sounds like Days with
I
My
read the whole fucking manga for that.
You sure did. Yeah, it ended badly, right?
Yeah,
Days
it wasn't
with My
great.
Stepsister. Anime release date.
See, there we go, Mike. We need to do the insane story of Domestic Girlfriend. That's what we fucked up on.
That's what damn. Is it out yet?
What?
July 4th, 2024, it says. Exciting premiere.
So yeah, should be.
I don't know what it is on. It sounds like a not a Crunchyroll, it sounds like a High Dive anime, honestly.
It does sound like a High Dive anime, yeah.
Oh, nope, it's on Crunchyroll.
Oh, well,
interesting enough. Well, there you go, everybody. That's the anime to watch for summer 2024. A nobody's way up to an exploration hero. What is with this shit? Dude, what's Bye Bye Earth?
I don't know.
Interesting. In another world of anthropomorphic animals, Bella LeBlanc was born as the only human being having no fangs for her scales. She was called Faceless, and she lived a lonely life with no one else she could identify with. I want to be part of the world. With such longing in her heart, she decides to set out on a journey to find her roots, carrying the Runding, a great sword as tall as she is. This anime is so fucking dumb, dude. Oh, there's a fairy tale thing coming out, Ty.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's Axel's doing an entire video on Fairy Tale.
Jeez.
I mean, one of his long ones.
Kengan Ashura 2, Part 2. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of weird shit. I parry everything. What do you mean I'm the strongest? I'm not even in an adventure yet. Oh my, that's the whole title. I parry everything, : what do you mean I'm the strongest? I'm not even in an adventure yet. Stop it. Stop it, anime.
By the way, dude, speaking of I parry everything, just to get into Elden Ring for a minute here, Captain Domo, the guy that does Elden Ring Bingo, like he, hosts it and everything. He has released a video with the first look at Season 4's bingo cards, and they're starting in DLC. So it's all cool. DLC.
Okay, cool, good. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's him and Aggie doing 3 rounds to like try it out, see if it's working, what needs to be tweaked, that sort of thing.
Nice.
You should check it out. It's really cool.
No hit Radon.
Right now, Kill Radon without status effects is on there, which is an insane square.
Jeez. Yeah. So, video games, Ty. Anything? You got anything going on?
Well, like I said, I'm still playing Elden Ring. I'm playing through with my Unga Boonga compensating build with just the biggest weapons I can find. Unfortunately, there's not any bigger weapons than what I already had. I was hoping I would find like something that's even bigger than the giant hammers that I already have.
Yeah, because a meteor greatsword isn't bigger, is it?
No, I don't think so.
That's a cool one though.
Like nothing else looks as menacing as the giant hammers. When I put my fucking sign down, I get summoned immediately every time. There's no waiting when you have 2 giant hammers.
Yeah. What hammers are they?
One's like the Giant Crusher, which is the strongest weapon in the game, I believe, just for pure physical damage. I'll get you some pictures. Giant Crusher Elden Ring.
Pseudo harem. Plus
this
size
motherfucker. This giant ass motherfucker. And then the other one's the red one that I can't remember the name of.
It's a bingo card,
Red
Ty.
Hammer Elden Ring. What's up?
Oh, never mind. I'm a fucking idiot. Here we go. Open. Oh, okay. Yep, that one.
Yeah. And then the other one that I'm using is this hammer.
I got that one.
Yeah, the Inferno Crozier.
Doesn't that take faith?
No.
No?
Or if it does, it's very little. I do have some spec into faith so that I can
it's either
use
faith or
Golden Vow. I don't think so. But I do have some points spec into faith so I can use Golden Vow and Flame Grant Me Strength. So I use Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, and then Royal Knight's Resolve on the Giant Crusher, which basically doubles the damage of the next hit on it.
Yeah.
And then my Physic has, I think, the Strength tier, although I should probably take that out, and then the Poise damage tier. And, it's like 3 hits to make Mesmer, stagger, which is great. Yeah.
Icarus, if you're stuck on Consort, go respec, put a shit ton into I think you need like 47 strength. Okay, 47 strength. Put the rest into health and stamina, and then get your
lead build. I assume.
Yeah. You want a spear. Doesn't matter what spear, as long as you can get bleed on it. You want as much bleed as you can. 50, 55 is pretty good. And the biggest, toughest shield you can possibly get, the heaviest armor you can get, doesn't even matter if you're fat rolling. All you do is sit behind that fucking shield and poke until he bleeds. Use your Mimic tier and just poke until he bleeds, poke until he bleeds, poke until he bleeds. Just keep doing that. You'll be fine. You'll get him probably in your 5th or 6th try.
Or just get good, man.
Yeah, or just get really stupidly good. Like Radon is.
I did it.
Radon is fucking brutal, man. Like it is a nasty fight.
Here's the thing that I've learned from watching other people fight him. If you learn how to parry him, he's not hard.
If you learn how to parry him, you got to learn how to parry him. That's hard.
Well, yeah. I mean that part's hard, but like, he's actually a lot of his moves can be parried. And it's like 3 parries to a stagger. If you go in with a good parry shield, learn how to do it, and then you got a good weapon to hit him with, get him down to 1/4, but then die. That sucks.
If you're dying from his meteor explosion, all you have to do is like when he goes up into the sky, just immediately start running in one direction, and eventually, and he won't hit you with it. Just run. Or if you're have a Physic, maybe suck that down if you're not comfortable running where you can tank a hit. The light rain and the beam, that one sucks. You just gotta run. You just gotta run away from him for that. It's and then I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So have you been playing anything?
Just real quick, are you trying to solo him, or are you using Spirit Ashes or anything?
Gotta use Mimic tier, man.
You don't have to.
Well, you don't have to.
Ash? Okay.
Ash.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I assume you're probably using Mimic tier. You could also try some different tiers depending on what you want. I hear that the Anna and Jolan tier is really good also. Like potentially outpacing Mimic tier.
Oh, no. I have those.
Really?
Yeah, they're not.
Well, do you have it all the way upgraded?
Yeah, they don't survive.
To 10?
Yeah, they die.
Okay, because there's a glitch right now where 10 doesn't do as much damage as 9.
Of course.
So they're actually better at 9 than 10 right now.
Weird. Yeah, they just die.
And
they
at
die
9,
so quick.
They're very close to outpacing Mimic tier. So if they actually fix that, they might be better than Mimic tier at 10.
Yeah, because when I was struggling, someone was like, "Oh, these are like the new best ashes in the game. It's very possible that they're the best ashes in the game." I was like, "Cool, I'll try them out." They just fucking died like instantly.
Yeah, so it's certainly possible that they're not. The thing about the Mimic tier is it has so much fucking health, and you can give it America's Blessing, which is insane.
Yeah. America's Blessing. Hell yeah, man, freedom. But yeah, so I honestly, all I've been playing is hockey and pinball, dude. So like, I don't really have anything to talk about, except I got 44th in the world. What's up, Bonsai Pop represent? Was on there. Team Bonsai Pop. Boston Bruins I have 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 level 99 players on my online team now.
That's wild.
Yeah, dude, I've played all season, so is what it is.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but Anyway, that's it.
Also,
that's
Icarus, if you're playing on PS5, I'll come help you. I'll come in.
Yeah, Tyler will help you out. But yeah, that's it. That's all from us, guys. It's good to be back. Thanks for hanging out. If you're checking it out on YouTube, what's up? But yeah, if you want to help keep the podcast a thing, please check us out, patreon.com/bonsaipop. That is where the magic happens. It's where like the majority of our content
bingo.
is. Yeah, come play bingo and a watch party, dude. You join for the minimum tier, $3. You get a watch party. Usually every week. Sometimes, we have droughts. You get...
We try to do it every 2 weeks minimum, but
Yep.
we really try to do it at least once a week.
Yeah, get scarred for life, Bronte says. It's fun. Yeah. All right, everybody. We will talk to you later. Oh, Gamer Subs, code Bonsaipop, 10% off.
Code BPOP.
What's up? BPOP.
Bonsaipop.
All right, later, everybody.
Bye.